Hey everybody, welcome back once again to PÖFF TV. I'm Amin and we are right here in Tallinn, Estonia, right in the Black Night Film Festival. Today we're gonna talk about a film, Carole Grey, and director of the film, Jon Bass, is here to talk about the film a bit with us. How are you doing?
I'm good. My nose is a little runny because I just came from outside, but I'm good.
Yeah,
Good.
alright. I mean, it's typical Estonia and the weather of Estonia.
Yeah.
You gotta
exactly.
get used to it.
I gotta get used to
Yeah.
just having a runny nose.
For upcoming festivals, for the next one.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's open up the topic. But I'll always ask from people and directors from their idea. But since your film has different technical sort of creativity, I would like to open up the topic with the topic of the basically technical things that you had in your film.
Yeah, sure.
So could you just explain what is happening there actually?
Yeah, I can. I shot it vertically on iPhones, 3 to be exact. And then I would also use my personal iPhone if I saw something interesting on the streets. But yeah, I decided because I wanted to release it as a movie that you watch on your phone, that I wouldn't play around with horizontal. I would stick to something very specific. And the fact that it's in this film festival is an absolute miracle.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about it more. Let's more how do we like to investigate more in the film. So first of all, about the way that you filmed the film, basically the way you shooted it.
Yeah.
So it's vertical.
Yes.
So how did you come up with the idea? Like, okay, I'm gonna make a film with vertical, like angle.
Well, I think I had a little bit of insanity. Just a quick bout of insanity, and was like, just do it and stick to it. And that's what I did. I think it was just a moment in time when this was when the writers and actors strike was happening in the States. And I was pretty disillusioned with the studio system.
All right.
And instead of trying to make a movie that was for studios, I was like, let's make a movie for everyone. Let's make a movie that you can literally watch when you're in bed on your phone. And so that was sort of the, genesis of the idea. And I just stuck with it to the end.
Okay, so you wanted to make it first on TikTok.
Yeah.
Then you decided, okay, I'm gonna maybe make it in a way that it's gonna be more professional. I'm gonna send it to festivals and make it more standard. So could you tell me about the process? Like, from what point you thought, okay, I guess I like this film. I guess it has this sort of potential to send it to festivals and show it to others rather than just put it on TikTok. So tell me about the process from when you got this idea and what did you do after that? Like, did you do anything else on the film, or you just thought that, okay, I'm gonna share it because it's already standard?
I think, yeah, I mean, you kind of put it into the perfect words. I made the movie. I thought I was just going to release it on TikTok. Mm-hmm. I had no interest in film festivals because I do think it's a bit of a gatekeepy institution. And then after finishing it, and I edited it not for TikTok. Mm-hmm. I edited it as a movie, as a 66-minute movie, and then released it in 45 parts on TikTok, depending on where I thought a good cutting point was. So it was always a movie. It was never just like these little bits and pieces. And then finished it. I was really proud of it. And applied to a couple film festivals, and I was truly blown away when Tallinn Nights film was like, let's do it.
So you were expecting to get accepted, or you were just trying?
No! I didn't think I was going to get accepted anywhere.
Right.
I thought it was a pipe dream. So I mean, showing a vertical film in a theater is weird. There's a lot of black space.
Yeah.
So you make something for the phone, you expect it to be watched on the phone.
Exactly.
But it is cool to see the reaction with an audience because it's a comedy, So you're hoping that you're going to get the laughs, and luckily, I think audiences enjoy the movie. I wanted to make it an easy movie, I think a lot of comedy especially is a tough thing to sort of move around in this industry because it's not taken seriously, especially not taken seriously when you make it vertical, especially not taken seriously when it's black and white and you don't have a crew or a production team behind you. So it's a very unserious movie in every sense of the word. And I don't know how many films you've seen at this film festival, or at any film festival, but they're serious, you know?
Sure.
Long shots, quiet, beautifully composed. This movie is ugly. My movie is ugly. It is like, there are times when you're only seeing like half of a face. There's times where you're, moving the phone around like crazy. It's not a pretty movie. It's made to be like, I want people to watch it and be like, he shot this on an iPhone, I don't want to hide anything from the audience because I think it's more fun that way.
So why you actually made it black and white? Like, what's the point?
Well, it was my main actor, Mary Wiseman, who's also my best friend. It is a story about best friends. I made it because I wanted to work with my best friend, and we were in the middle of a strike, and I knew that I could get her. So I was like making the movie, and I was like, telling her all about it. Like, this is what we're gonna do. It's gonna be really easy. Here's like the scenes we're gonna shoot. Blah blah blah. And she was like, you should do it in black and white. And I was kind of like, why? And she was like, well, because it's cooler. And I was like, and she was also like, and then just from that experience, there were so many more elements to it that made sense. Like, New York lives in black and white. New York is kind of a character in the movie. But no, it sort of has this like element to it that allows you to sort of just like, ease into the chaos, because it's a very frenetic film. It's a lot of cuts. It's a lot of like moving from one idea to another idea. And I felt at the end of the day, if it's in color, it's almost like too much information to take in. So you take out the color and you're able to sort of lean into it a little bit more.
Okay, so it's basically based on the logic because it's gonna be cooler.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I mean, a big part is that I didn't have a color corrector.
Okay.
I didn't want to pay for a color corrector. And we also didn't have a lighting designer.
Sure.
The crew was 3 people. On any given day, it was 3 people.
All right.
It's not a big production. And the last thing I wanted to worry about was like, does the color match? Does this match? Does that match? If you make it black and white,
I love your honesty, man.
you don't got to worry about that.
All right, I love your honesty. Like, this is 10 times more than the film itself. I just didn't want to pay for the color grade. Interesting. All right, so it's so budget friendly then.
Yeah, it's super budget friendly. I mean, I think that that's a part of why the movie exists in the first place. It's one of the reasons that I wanted to make it, because I've been on, studio sets. I've been on major TV shows. I've been on productions where you walk in and they've just spent, $5 million on one set piece. Mm-hmm. And you're like, holy shit, this is amazing. And that's really cool.
All right.
But it's also not a way for someone to get introduced into the film world. It's not easy. You see that and you go, this is hard. You need a lot of people behind you. You need a lot of money behind you in order to do that.
True.
And I was like, well, I've done that. That's cool. Let me see what I can do for the least amount of money. I mean, this cost half, $10,000. It cost $10,000. That's half of what I spent on my short film. That is 8 minutes. I spent $20,000 on 8 minutes of something, and it looks really pretty, and it's cool, and I'm really proud of it. But if I wanted to do that on a larger scale, I saw all the money I'd have to put into it, and that's scary. It's scary for anyone, especially when they're just starting out, to like make something. So this is a love letter to a certain degree, that like to the filmmaker who sees all the gatekeeping and all the people who are saying you need $1 million, to just say, no, you don't. you don't need $1 million. You can do it. You can do it with your iPhone, with your friends, and is one of my friends Steve Buscemi? Yes, so that helps. But you also you don't need that. I would say shoot it horizontally, first of all. You can do that with iPhones. Shoot it horizontally. But don't be afraid. Don't let that money thing scare you. Do you know how much you can do with like little microphone pack that you can get for like $200? It's insane. It's insane now. It's so easy. The barrier for entry is so easy. If the thing is good, it will have a life. So yeah, that was sort of the point of making it this way.
All right. Okay, so I am actually agree in some points with you, but I have one serious question.
Okay.
More serious than others. All right.
I'm scared.
Okay. Don't be. All right. So the thing is that you're telling that, okay, take it easy and get a phone, go out and make your film, okay? But the thing is that if everyone should start doing that, and they wake up and they say, okay, today I'm gonna make a film, take their phone and then go out and start shooting.
Yeah.
Nice, easy. Everyone is filmmaker then. But the thing is that then what the industry does then? What will happen to the industry? The industry that so many people are getting money and getting not money, just getting food out of that. Okay, that color grader, that gaffer, that the cinematographer, that the actor.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I see what you're saying. Well, in that case, this is not these movies. This movie is not for that.
Okay.
Those movies will always exist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying for your first movie,
Okay.
for the thing that you don't have the money to pay a color grader for, just do it.
Just do it.
And then if it's good, I wish that everyone was so excited to make a movie that they just made a movie with their iPhone. Because then we'd have a lot of new talent coming in. We'd get the old guards out. We'd get the new people in. And we'd be able to see what's next. And we're getting that in really interesting ways. I'm not the first I'm not the first person that's made a movie for $10,000. Some people have done it with real cameras, My style was doing it this way. But like you take someone like I'm forgetting her name, the director of I Saw the TV Glow and We're All Going to the World's Fair. That first movie, We're All Going to the World's Fair. I mean, she shot that for barely anything, and she got to make a A24 film, And you're seeing that happen all over the place. I think the main point for me is, yes, let's pay everyone. Let's give everyone equal equity. But when you're first starting off and you don't have that money and you don't have those resources, just go make the thing. And then I want a color grader. I want it to look beautiful. But I also know that with this specific project, it just wasn't going to be. And so I have to lean into that.
Okay. I convinced. Thank you. All right. The last thing to ask is that, so you acted, directed, wrote, and did so many things with the film alone.
Mm-hmm.
So this is also part of that process that, okay, if you want to start, then go and start doing it somehow. And as I understood, there's so many personal stuff over there, like your dog is in the film, so many, your best friend is in the film, and so on and so on. So how do you think that the combination of all these personal things and taking everything easy worked for you?
Well, I'm here. I made it to Tallinn Nights, so it worked pretty well for me.
Yeah, it seems.
And I think, it's just a matter of if the thing is good and easy, then you get to have a nice time. All that to say, I thought that this was going to be something that I just put on the internet and never really thought about again. But that's never going to happen with your movie. It was so dumb of me. It was so stupid to think that I would just make something and be like, there you go. Because you fall in love with a thing. You spend, it's like, what's it called? Stockholm Syndrome. You spend so much time with it, it becomes your captor, but also your lover. I fell in love with this movie, and I should have known that was going to happen. But I think at the end of the day, you know, now I know.
Yeah.
Now I know.
All right, so you have done the job. That's super good. Great job. All right, thanks for coming up. It was wonderful.
Thanks.
I myself impressed. I'm sure that audiences will be the same because great job. You just took a phone, you filmed it, a standard film, and you brought it to a great film festival. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And
thanks.
that's so nice.
Thank
It
you so
means that
much.
you're so a skillful person, and you should be proud of that.
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
great job.
Watch it on TikTok. It's Carole Grey. I'm putting it back up today. So now that, or I'm gonna wait. No, I'll wait till all the screenings end at this festival, and then I'll put it back online. So on the 24th, it'll be back on TikTok, and you can watch it however you want. There'll also be a link to the movie, so you don't have to watch it on TikTok. All the ways to watch it, free of charge. Enjoy.
Thank you for coming up. And once again, thank you so much for watching us. And just last point to say is that there's just one more day to finish the PÖFF. So come and grab that chance and watch the films that they're still having screenings. And till another interview, cheers.
Bye.